All right. Shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well, and also to their elders, the men that taught them. I pray the Lord have peace, blessings, and mercy upon the household of the hopeful elect. This is the brother Shema Wan from the Great Millstone Houston Church. And today I want to come with a lesson. Just going into how, overall, our time is coming, and we just got to keep holding on, understanding that the Lord promised us better things to come. And right now, we just have to continue to believe in what he said and endure whatever comes our way, uprightly in the spirit. So with that being said, I want to get into it, and I pray it be edifying to the Lord's elect. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. It reads, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." Real quick, just want to look up that word curse. This is for the word curse in Deuteronomy 15, or curses. In the Hebrew is Quala'ah, and it's H7045. And let me click on the root word. The root word is Qualal, and it goes into on the outline of biblical usage. Let me see. It says to be slight, be swift, be trifling, be of little account, to be light. Going down, it says trifling, be insignificant, to be lightly esteemed. And thinking about it, due to these curses being upon us, that's exactly our overview today, because the Lord, punished us as a nation completely. The other nations look at us as insignificant, right? Right. And that's exactly what the curses did to us, having us to be esteemed lightly, to make despicable. This is exactly what the Lord did to us, and understanding why, as we read, because we didn't keep his commandments. Let's jump down real quick. Let's jump down to verse 46. Deuteronomy 28 and 46. Let's start at 45. "Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, to overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever." And it's certain things that have taken place that it literally, how does it say? It is a sign. They're fitting unto a certain people. If you read these curses, you'll see. But just sticking to the overall point of the lesson, our time is going to come where we won't be destroyed or overcome by curses, which allowed us to be lightly esteemed on this side, to be insignificant, to be seen as despicable, right? It says, verse 47, because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. And now we understand the outcome of that. You know, like it says in Hosea, the 5th chapter. Let me get that real quick. We understand that we did fall short. But before I go there, let's hit Daniel real quick. Daniel chapter 9 and 11. It says, yea. Let me start at verse 10. Daniel 9 and 10. It says, neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord our God to walk in his laws, which he set before us by his servants the prophets. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us. That's why we're in the conditions that we're in. And the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of the Most High, because we have sinned against him. All right. We're in fault, and we understand that. So, you know, it's a part of the Lord's judgment for us to, to be lightly esteemed. You know, whenever you're getting, we're getting punished, but understanding it's a part of our chastisement also, which shows you the Lord loves us, right? Because no other nation has suffered like the Israelites, right? Like we just read it, therefore the curse is poured upon us. And I'm thinking, hold on, let me see something. I'm probably looking over it, but let me open my Bible. Give me 1 second. Daniel 9, and I'm going to read 12. It says, and he hath confirmed his word, which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil, these curses. For under the whole heaven hath not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem. So it shows you it's certain things that take place, like how we just read in Deuteronomy 28. They'll leave us a sign and a wonder. It'll be a distinction who we are due to us suffering these things. So compared to all the nations on the earth, they're not how should I say, their portion ain't the same as us. Their portion is not the same as us when it comes to suffering, and damn sure their portion is not going to be the same when it comes to receiving the benefits of the kingdom. All right. And that's why, like the scriptures tell us, let me go to it. 2nd Ezra 7. Let me start at verse 7. 2nd Ezra 7 and 7. It says, the entrance, and speaking about the kingdom, right? The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water. Going into the different things that could cause you to slip off of your path, whether if it's, you know, sufferings, you know, how we all say, man, it feels like I'm in hell right now. You know, feeling that fire, so to speak, you know, the sufferings, the afflictions, the bitterness, the afflictions. Then it says also a deep water. You can get carried off into different philosophies, get carried off by different things that may seem pleasing to the ears, but it really ain't beneficial to your spirit, which a lot of those ways are, you know, not the correct way to enter into the wide, right? All of these different philosophies as if that's the right way. But let me jump down now. And let me keep reading. It says, again, 2 Ezra 7:7, the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water. It's showing you how serious of a walk this is to make it into the kingdom. There's no room to, it's no room to live carelessly, as if is the kingdom is not in a difficult position to enter into, right? Let me get a precept. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 in verse 8, it says, we are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Cast down, but not destroyed. And, that's exactly what it is. Making it through those narrow entrances, so to speak, is going to be like that. But let's go back to 2 Ezra, because there's hope, right? Let me just keep reading. 2 Ezra 7 and 8. In one path only, between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. The Lord is looking at us individually. We're not making it off of the back of another brother. We're not making it off of the back of anybody. This is a personal walk with the Lord that we got to be sincere with, right? It says, verse 9, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? And that's the thing. We expect this. The scriptures tell us through much tribulation, we enter into the kingdom. So that's why we're not offended whenever certain things happen. It can hit us different. Just speaking about the current condition, we are under these curses. We understand Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah is not a respecter of persons. He doesn't respect us because of who we are, what we got, what we do. Like Job's mindset was, he said, look, the Lord can do whatever he wants to do to me. That's why I fear him. And that's the mindset that we got. Knowing that we got to pass through this hell or these dangers to receive this inheritance. And guess what? It's going to be worth it because somebody sacrificed their life for us to make it. And that's Yahweh Shah. Always remembering that. So the hell that we catch, it's all a part of the test, which none of this is in vain. It's really just making us more pure in the spirit, like it tells you how gold is tried in the fire, right? And acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. 2 Ezra 7 and 10. And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. So as far as the Israelites go, this is the walk that's required. It's going to be a dangerous spot. It's going to be a hard walk in his life. Why? Because we forsook the ways of the Lord. Now the entrances towards the kingdom is made narrow. It's like that. Let's jump down to verse 17. But showing you this is Israel's portion. 2 Ezra chapter 7 and 17 now. Then answered I and said, O Lord that bears rule, thou hast ordained in thy law that the righteous shall inherit these things, but the ungodly shall perish. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things. So it's inevitable. In understanding whatever it is that we go through, the Lord is not putting too much on us where we can't bear it. Understanding who we serve, man. It says, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for wide. Hope for wide. As long as we have Yahweh Shah, as long as we keep believing in Yahweh Shah and holding on to Yahweh Shah, hey, that wide is in sight. That's a part of the vision, so we won't perish. For they that have done wickedly have suffered straight things, and yet shall not see the wide. So showing you, guess what? Regardless, all Israel has to suffer these straight things, but not everybody's going to make it, right? Going back to the Tawadiyah Bashim Shah, I forgot. Hosea 5:15, I never read that. Let me go and get it. It says, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offenses and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early. And that's something that, fell upon us. Repentance, right? Repentance through our sufferings, through the hell that we catch, through the afflictions, which are the judgments that come from being disobedient to our power. The Lord allowed us, to acknowledge our offenses, to have a repentative heart, and a change of spirit. That's why now is the time of our joy, the time of our peace, the time of living life is around the corner. No longer playing life, but actually being able to live it, man, and enjoy it. Let me get a few more precepts, then I'm gonna close. Lamentations 4:22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. And that's a major part of these curses, being given over into the hand of our enemies, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. But specifically, being brought all the way down happened to us whenever we were under the hand of the Edomites. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion, the Israelites. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom, the Edomites. He will discover thy sins. So a change is coming. Change is coming. Let's get Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies. See how it said the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished? The curses are finna be up off of us. And whenever that takes place, who is it going to be upon? Upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which have persecuted thee. Right? I got more precepts, but for time's sake, I'll close it there. And Lord willing, my voice is clear enough to be heard. Still battling with that, but hey, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. And to the next time, Lord willing, I say shalom.